I think processing those feelings of, sadness and heartbreak and jealousy and, anger is so important in order to get over those feelings. And
welcome back to my channel, where we grow through the inspiration that we get from many different celebrities, influencers and movie characters. I believe that we can become 1% better by learning what makes another woman so captivating. And today we will make a deep dive into the fame and worldwide recognition of the singer Olivia Isabel Rodrigo. We will learn about her as well as dive deeper into her story and the reasons behind her immense attractiveness and magnetism that she exudes. But before we make a deep dive into what makes Olivia Rodrigo so attractive as a public figure, let's quickly learn who she is. Olivia Isabel Rodrigo is an American singer, songwriter, and actress who became a defining voice of her generation through her emotionally resonant pop music. Born on February 20, 2003, she is 21 years old as of 2024. Raised in Southern California, Olivia's Filipino-American heritage and passion for storytelling shaped her early love for performing. She began her career on Disney Channel, starring in a few series where she first showcased her songwriting skills. In 2021, her song Driver's License became an instant global hit, breaking records and capturing the hearts of listeners with its raw portrayal of young heartbreak. Then followed her debut album, Sour, earning many awards for its vulnerability and pop-punk edge and even winning her a Grammy. Then with her 2023 album, Guts, Olivia embraced a bolder, introspective sound, further solidifying her as a talented and authentic voice in music. Beyond her artistry, Olivia uses her platform to advocate for social issues including mental health and climate change. Known for her relatable lyrics and powerful vocals, Olivia Rodrigo has quickly become a lasting influence in pop music and a voice for her generation. She won several awards including an American Music Award, 7 Billboard Music Awards, and 4 MTV Video Music Awards. She was recognized as Time's Entertainer of the Year in 2021, Billboard's Woman of the Year in 2022, and has twice been awarded Songwriter of the Year at the ASCAP Pop Music Award in 2022 and 2024. And now, with the introduction out of the way, let's dive right into the reasons behind Olivia Rodrigo's attractiveness, as I believe those, as always, extend far beyond her physical appearance. Point number 1 is authenticity and vulnerability. She says, from a young age I realized that vulnerability equates to strength, and that is so true in my songwriting. When making the research for today's video, I could not stop thinking about how similar to Lana Del Rey's her persona really is. I believe that the authenticity and vulnerability that she exudes is the main and most important point behind her immense success, but also her attractiveness. And therefore, I think one of Olivia Rodrigo's most appealing traits is her authenticity. She brings raw emotions to her music and doesn't shy away from expressing vulnerability. In this era where many celebrities curate their public image carefully, Olivia's willingness to open about her struggles with heartbreak, insecurity, and growing pains is so refreshing.
I write songs when I'm in the depths of my emotions.
For example, in her album Sour in 2021, she literally bared her soul in songs like Driver's License and Traitor, which deal with the themes of betrayal and heartbreak. I think this openness makes her relatable and trustworthy in the eyes of her fans. After all, haven't we all experienced a heartbreak of some sort? We often bury those emotions and we forget how important it is to let emotions be before we can move on from them. And Olivia Rodrigo goes right through those difficult emotions and lets us also experience them or re-experience them together in her music. When we listen to her songs, we feel connected to her, to our story, and all the people who resonate with her music. Her songs bring something important in us. I think they make us feel alive again. And just like Lana Del Rey, Olivia Rodrigo does not shy away from going right there into the darkness. And she herself says, honesty is always relatable people, and you don't have to try to relate to a large audience, you just have to tell your story. Because humans are all so much more alike than we are different. We are all feeling so much of the same thing that we just don't talk about. And her fans, especially young people, I think are really drawn to this kind of emotional honesty. Olivia doesn't try to hide behind an unattainable perfect persona. Instead, she presents herself as someone who is still figuring things out, just like the rest of us. I think this really fosters a connection with her audience, making her more attractive because people can see a piece of themselves in her.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest dreams that I've never accomplished. I really would love to be a babysitter. I love kids, so if you ever are in the market for a babysitter, hit me up.
When I watched few of her interviews, I was so amazed by how raw and authentic she really was. She did not pretend someone else, and she spoke just right as it is. I think this is so beautiful to witness the modern celebrities and singers embracing authenticity. And I think authenticity is both healthy for you and attractive. After all, if people are connected to some persona you portray, they are not really connected to you. This is why I speak so much about self-concept and healing on my channel. Fix yourself the way you need to so that you can find your essence and then have your life and people around you be connected to the real you. Now moving on, point number 2 is relatable lyrics and themes. She says, I love songs where you can listen to them and sort of feel like you are in another world. And the way you do that is through imaginary and details. I think Olivia's lyrics are another key factor in her appeal. She writes songs that speak to the universe experiences of love, heartbreak, and identity, particularly for younger generations. And her music has been literally described as the soundtrack for Gen Z, tapping into the emotional landscape of teenagers and young adults navigating relationships and self-discovery. For example, her hit Driver's License resonates with millions because it is telling a deeply personal story about a breakup. However, the pain in that song really felt universal. We, the listeners, we could relate to the confusion, pain, and longing embodied in the lyrics. The emotional honesty and relatability of her music make her not only attractive as an artist, but also someone who people can feel a deep emotional connection with. So I think when we go through some difficult time, we should open up as much as possible to the people we love and trust, as this is only through that we build connection and let people know about who we are underneath it. And before we do that, we can also embrace our vulnerability with ourselves in our journey. I think this will only connect you to your deeper layers and make you understand who you are more profoundly. I actually made a video about how to handle heartbreak where I share the art of dealing with it, and I will link it down below. Now moving on, point number 3 is talent and versatility. She says, I write about what I know and what I am feeling intensely. I think Rodrigo's immense talent also plays a significant role in her attractiveness. She has a rare combination of songwriting, vocal, and performance abilities that really sets her apart. As a songwriter, she has proven her capability to craft songs that feel intimate and personal, but also widely relatable. Also vocally, Olivia has a very powerful voice that can express a wide range of emotions, from the soft, painted whispers in Driver's License to the powerful Good For You. I think her vocal versatility adds to her allure because it shows her depth as an artist. She is not limited to one genre or sound. She can evoke different feelings and moods across her music. Now moving on, point number 4 is confident yet humble persona. I think that another key aspect of Olivia's attractiveness is her demeanor. She comes across as confident but not arrogant, which is a fine balance that many celebrities struggle to maintain. And while she acknowledges her success and the immense impact that she had on the music industry, she remains humble and grounded in interviews and public appearances. So, for example, despite breaking numerous records with her debut album and receiving multiple awards, Olivia frequently expresses gratitude and seems genuinely overwhelmed by her success. I think this humility makes her more likable because it feels genuine rather than manufactured. Especially in this industry that often rewards ego, her grounded grounded nature makes her stand out, allowing her to remain accessible to her fan base. She really mastered the art of quiet confidence, and she remained humble and approachable, which makes us love her more. Then point number 5 is fashion and style, as this has also contributed to her attractiveness. Her style is often drawing inspiration from the 90s and early 2000s. In her interviews, Olivia often speaks about her love of 90s fashion, which only shows that Olivia embraces her individuality. That also makes her more appealing to her fans who appreciate authenticity in style as well. Then point number 6 is femininity. You see, vulnerability is strongly linked with femininity. After all, embracing emotions lies in the center of the feminine. Being connected to yourself and feeling your feelings, but also moving gently and peacefully through life. I think Olivia Rodrigo, being the young person that she is, really embracing her light feminine energy. And this also makes her very innocent and likable. She speaks softly, is very kind, and listens to others with patience. She is polite and kind, which also makes her all the more attractive. And as with all the young artists, I am so interested to see her growth as a person and as an actress in the future. She herself says, "I never want to stop learning and growing as a person." I think this young lady will show us a lot in her lifetime, and I'm here for it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.